We are starting with the session AHAR Conclave 2024, and we are happy to announce that Honorary Municipal Commissioner of Mumbai, Mr. Bhushan Gagrani, has accepted our invitation and he is present here. We also invited FDA Commissioner of Maharashtra, Mr. Rajesh Narvekar. He has accepted our invitation, but due to Nagpur session, he is unable to attend the meeting. He has asked the FDA Joint Commissioner of Maharashtra, Mr. Ullas Ingavale, to represent this session, and he is also present here. We have our President, Sukesh Shetty, who is a part of the panel discussion, and this conclave is moderated by our past President and present advisor, Mr. Santosh Shetty. Mr. Santosh Shetty is also a past President of AHAR, HRA, past District Governor, Lions Club International. Now I request our President and Moderator to escort Honorable Municipal Commissioner of Mumbai, Mr. Bhushan Gagrani, and FDA Joint Commissioner of Maharashtra, Mr. Ullas Ingavale. Now I request the President to welcome the dignitaries.
I, the President of Indian Hotels and Restaurant Associations, Sukesh Shetty, take great privilege in welcoming our guests today, Shri Bhushan Gagrani, Commissioner of MCGM, and Shri Ullas Ingavale, Joint Commissioner of FSSAI. I had a good fortunes of representing our industry during election time to Shri Bhushan Gagrani, and he had made a request at that time. During the election process, if we can work out some discounts. We regularly agreed, and thanks to your participation and members, that we were able to offer benefits, and the voting percentage thereby affected. I would think that is one of the reasons why voting percentage affected. I was pleasantly surprised that after 2 days, I received a call from his office, and it was so gracious of him, and he called up and thanked me for participating. Thank you so much, sir. It is so gracious of you. That speaks volumes of the person that he is, and I acknowledge you for that, sir. I briefly would like to take you to our journey in AHAR, established in the year 1979. We are based out of Greater Bombay, sir. There are 66 associations affiliated to us throughout Maharashtra, and we have 8,000 members in Mumbai alone. The organization is headed by the President, Secretary, Joint Secretary, Treasurer, and 10 Vice Presidents. These Vice Presidents are spread over 10 zones. Bombay is divided into 10 zones. Each zone is headed by a Vice President. Under him, there is 13 committee members, sir, and a few special invitees. So we are well entrenched into Bombay. So communication is better. We are in every nook and corner. Administratively, it becomes much easier to whatever programs that we want to do. It becomes much easier for us to implement these programs. It is an organization which is managed by its own members. Like we say, Swayam Sevu organization. So we take up tasks, then we have subcommittees. Some committees are verticals of different fields, like MCGM, FSSAI, then promotions, excise. So they are product manager experts. They on the policies and whatever relief that we can get, that is possible through these subcommittees. This is what the organization is about. Sir, in 2029, we'll be completing 50 years. Hence, we created 50 milestones that we want to accomplish and created a vision of 2030. What we desire to make Bombay the culinary capital of India. We are gearing with lots of programs which will empower members to achieve that goal. It is also the government's endeavor to boost tourism, city-based tourism, which has been planned through Mitra, the project of our beloved Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi. We intend to participate in such initiatives with the government. However, to achieve such goals, we pledge our support to all agencies under the ease of doing business. We need to simplify policies which can take tune, which has to be in tune with modern times and align to the goals of the industry and the government. I am confident together we will and we can achieve our goal, which will bring prosperity to all stakeholders. So the objective of today's program was basically able to have a discussion. Thank you for your participation again, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, President. Now I request Mr. Shashikant Shetty to introduce our guest of honor, Mr. Bhushan Gagrani.
Good evening. We have the privilege of having our NCGM Commissioner, Sri Bhushan Gagrani, participating in this conclave. Mr. Gagrani is a much admired administrator who possesses crystal clear understanding in city development and town planning. He knows the problems which crop up in developing something like the Navi Mumbai Airport Authority, the new airport, and he's been instrumental in getting this project passed through. He's a 1990 batch IAS officer who has the credit of being the first IAS officer to pass, having given the exams in Marathi, and he was third all in the All India rankings. Since then, he has donned a lot of caps within the government of Maharashtra. He has worked in MTDC and the Medical and Public Health Department. In CIDCO, he played the titular role in successfully completing the bidding process for the NMIA project and amicably settled a lot of issues which came up with the project-affected people. With the groundbreaking ceremony which has taken place of this prestigious project at the hands of the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Sri Narendra Modi, he has spearheaded the dream to actual realization. During his tenure in MIDC as Chief Executive Officer, he contributed towards the successful launch of Make in India. Now, thanks to MII, hundreds and crores of rupees of projects have been announced and implemented in the state of Maharashtra. He has an unmatched style of observing matters at different stages, and he ensures it is completed in the given time. He is an excellent motivator for people around and is gifted with superlative qualities of efficient team building. He has an active mindset to watch for the personal abilities of an individual and encourage the same for the betterment of the team. He has worked as the additional Chief Secretary for the Chief Minister of Maharashtra in the Chief Minister's Secretariat and is right now the Municipal Commissioner of Mumbai. It's an honor and privilege for all of us to have Sri Gagrani out here.
Thank you, Shashikant. Now I request our past president, Mr. Arvind Shetty, please come on stage to felicitate our guest of honor, Mr. Bhushan Gagrani, along with our president, Sukesh Shetty, and advisor, Santosh Shetty. Now I request Mr. Jaideep Devadiga, our Vice President, to introduce the guest, Mr. Ullas Ingavalle.
Good evening. Shri Ullas Ingavalle, Joint Commissioner HQ. We welcome his presence in this conclave, and we hope he can clear our doubts regarding the FSSI matters and issues, problems that we have. Shri Ingavalle joined in FDA in August 2007, worked as a food inspector, assistant commissioner, and now holding the charge of Joint Commissioner HQ. We welcome you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Jaideep. Now I request our past president, Mr. Narayan Alva, to come on stage to felicitate Mr. Ullas Ingavalle along with President Sukesh Shetty and advisor Santosh Shetty. Now I request our past president, present advisor, Sri Santosh Shetty, to moderate the AHAR Conclave 2024.
Our most respected, eminent guest of this evening, our reputed Mumbai Municipal Commissioner, Dr. Bhushan Gagrani, one of the important offices which is connected with our association as the Joint Commissioner of FDA. Maharashtra State, Shri Ullas Ingavale, our President Sukesh Shetty, our Honorary Secretary Shri Sudhakar Shetty, and my dear friends. बड़े प्रेम और सम्मान के साथ आप सबको मेरा प्यार भरा नमस्कार। एक दफ़े रानी और मैं, रानी सर इज़ माय वाइफ, शी इज़ नो मोर, हमारा डिस्कशन चल रहा था और मैंने कहा आप लेडीज़ को अक्ल कम होता है। नॉर्मली इमीडिएटली शी फाइट्स, बट इस टाइम शांत से बैठ गई, कुछ बोली नहीं। मैं फिर से दोहराया कि आप लेडीज़ को मर्द से अक्ल कम होता है। और फर्स्ट टाइम इन माय लाइफ वो मेरे साथ सहमत थी। यस, अभी मैं सरप्राइज हुआ कि ये क्यों बोल रही है। तो उन्होंने जवाब दिया, आप तो बड़े बुद्धिमान थे, इसके लिए मैंने आपको सिलेक्ट किया है। अगर मेरे पास बुद्धि होता तो शायद मैं आपको नहीं चुनता। लेकिन आज बड़े गर्व से मैं बोल सकता हूं कि आहार ने आज सही व्यक्ति को इनवाइट किया है एज द गेस्ट ऑफ दिस इवनिंग, डॉक्टर भूषण गगरानी जी। सर, दिस एसोसिएशन is made by the hotel owners. Earlier, the hotel association was controlled by the professionals. And those professionals always saw to it that there were more problems so that they could earn more professional fees. But when this association was formed way back, about 45 years back, it was the clear objective that the members who will control this association will be the members only of this association. And what are we looking at? We are looking at a food industry, sir. There was a recent survey of India's food service market, and it is expected to reach $79.65 billion by 2028. That means 6,77,000 crores will be the turnover of this industry in India, which will rise from 41.1 billion, which was done in 2022, growing at a compounded rate of 11.19%. The restaurant industry acts as a gateway to India's diverse culinary offerings, serving up a vast range of food that reflects the country's rich heritage and cultural diversity. आज हर एक शहर में जो हमारे फूड बनता है, they are all different in taste, in the use of spices, in preparation, and in presentation. That reflects the country's rich heritage and cultural diversity. It contributes to sustainable economic growth, employment generation, direct and indirect, and resource management. Besides attracting tourists, recently, sir, there was a survey done amongst the top 5 cities, 10 cities in the world, which is known for their products. The first 4 award went to Italy, all the cities in Italy like Milan, Florence, Venice, those places. But the 5th award came to Mumbai. And the item which is very prominent, which has come on the international scenario, is Vada Pav. Amongst the 100, Mumbai stood 5th. The second city in our country is Amritsar, which has got it for Channa Masala. And then there is Lucknow, Hyderabad for biryani, Chennai for dosa. This comes in the first 100. But Mumbai stands very prominently. And here, if you see, sir, now there's a new concept which has come up in the city of Mumbai, and which is a value for money food, which was started by our people, which started in a low fashion. Because every meal, what you need is a rice and dal. So when a people is to order 1 portion of rice and 1 portion of dal, for 1 person, it became too much. So we started with the new concept, dal khichdi. So dal khichdi is a mixture of a rice and the dal put together. And it's unlike the khichdi which is made in Gujarat or Rajasthan. It is done absolutely the local Mumbai style, and that is becoming one of the most popular item. And I will not be surprised in the next 10 years if dal khichdi comes on the top, because this is going to be value for money. That's the kind of invention that takes place in this city. Besides attracting tourists, Indian cuisine has also boosted the Indian economy. The food service industry is a major employer in India, generating billions of dollars in revenue each year. Indian cuisine is also a major export. Nowadays, batter like idli, biryani, all these things are exported abroad. And if you go to some of the departmental store abroad, you will see the Indian products which are prepared and sold there. So it is thus helping the Indian culture and tourism. But there's a new trend that is evolving in our restaurant industry. The first is the technology integration. This means nowadays, like I just said, earlier our in-house service consumption was 70% and 30% was takeaways. But after the COVID, there has been a drastic change. And now 60% is the delivery and 40% is the in-house sale. So technology for ordering and for reservation, for making payments, technology plays a very important role. Another reason for the success of our industry is loyalty-based. Loyalty-based means we know the customers and our waiters know exactly which customer wants what kind of a food. So he does not even have to order. When he enters, my staff goes and serves them that food. And that's how we create a loyalty. But this kind of a things, if you want to make it an international hub, it is still not possible because our laws does not permit. If you go to Singapore and if you go to any bar, you will see there will be 10 black label bottles, 10 Glenfiddich bottles. So I asked the barman, hey, why 10 bottles are open? He said, these are of each customer. When a customer comes, he orders that bottle, we write his name, so when he enters our restaurant, he comes and consumes that particular bottle only. By doing that, you are having a loyalty customer. He is happy that his bottle is safe and he knows that he is getting the right drink. Delivery and takeout, I just mentioned. The new concept that is coming about is the health-related food awareness. That means people are more concerned about the health, how many calories it consists, and whether it is safe to have. Because most of the produce what we are getting, the product what we are getting is chemically dominated. So slowly it is shifting towards organic farming, organic kinds of vegetable and fruits being in demand. One of the concern area is the cloud kitchen. This operates solely on online platform. This is a cause of concern because the basic hygiene is not maintained. Because in one small area of 150 to 200 square feet, you can order 10 different brands of food. You can order Indian food, you can order Chinese food, you can order a continental food, you can order a pasta, you can order Arabic food, all kinds of food. And that goes from just one kitchen, and they have got 10 different brands. Nobody has seen the place. Nobody are aware of that place because this is just done digitally. And they just get a certificate from FSSAI of 100 rupees. Because the certificate of FSSAI is basically for street vendors. It is not for such a cloud kitchen. So that is what I'm requesting the Joint Commissioner, that you must look into this aspect, that any particular place must get a license and not a certificate. Social media. Social media has become a powerful marketing strategy. Today, most of the orders, what you get is how you place your rating in this social media. And this, if your ratings are high, you get good orders. If your ratings are not there, you don't get those orders. So this is another area where our people have to concentrate. The small and medium-sized enterprises are the backbone of the restaurant industry. Today, there are many restaurants which are there for the last 5 decades. So this is a very important aspect because in the 2034 new development plan, there are various new laws that has come in. We truly welcome those laws because they are good for the new restaurants. But the restaurants which were opened about 5 decades back, today if you go and ask them that you have to implement the new law, that becomes very, very difficult. So that is one gray area where, sir, you have to kindly look into it, because many of our small restaurants are getting affected. They provide instant jobs, because one thing you must understand, sir, a person who comes for a job in our restaurant, he gets the job within 15 minutes. He does not have to wait after giving an application for 15 days or 30 days to get a confirmation. He is instantly taken, and he gets his first pay within the next 2 hours because he is provided with the food. No other business you can get instant food or a salary. You have to work for 30 days, and after that you get your paycheck. Then you're in a position to spend the money. But the beauty of this restaurant industry is whoever comes and takes up a job, within the next 2 hours, he gets his sumptuous meal. And you will not believe, sir, today most of the people who come from the eastern part of India, earlier the people used to come from southern India, the coastal Rhine, the Ratnagiri district, Raigad district. Now none of those people come here. Now we get all from Orissa, Bihar, West Bengal. And those people are so very poor. They have not seen the food. The first day when they come and eat the food, they'll take so much in their plate. It takes about 15 days for them to become normal. But then they're absolutely fine. But they have got no ambition of going up in life. They're satisfied with whatever they have got. Recently, when the Maharashtra government started this Mitra, Maharashtra's Institution for Transformation, to make this Mumbai as an international hub for food, and you were very much present there at that function. Even we thought on the same line. And when we discussed with our president, the president came out with a very noble thought that we'll be completing our Golden Jubilee in 2029. So let's have a Vision 2030 so that it can merge with the program of the Maharashtra government, the Government of India's program to make Mumbai city an hub for international food. So, sir, we are very, very happy to be a part of this. And we are having today very prominent personalities like the Municipal Commissioner and the Additional Joint Commissioner. And while just walking in, when I requested him that he must give a small talk, he said, no, please throw your questions at me, and I will answer them to your satisfaction. And if you need more clarification, I will even do that. So let us not waste time in giving a speech. So rather, he said, I will answer your question. The first question is to our respected Municipal Commissioner, sir. What is your vision to make Mumbai a year-round tourist destination, or rather a global city to promote tourism?
First of all, my best compliments to AHAR on this AGM, 45 years, and soon we'll be completing 50 years. So congratulations, compliments, and get going well. The President, Mr. Sukesh, Sudhakar Shetty ji, Santosh Shetty ji, my colleague, Mr. Ingavle, Niranjan, all the office bearers of AHAR, and all those present here, all Shetties and non-Shetties. So thank you very much for giving me this very delicious opportunity to be with you. As rightly put by Santosh ji, Mumbai is transforming. You might have witnessed the transformation of Mumbai in last, say, about 5 to 10 years. And the pace of this transformation is rapidly and incrementally going up. And this is not only on papers. What the private sector, government sector, various agencies in BMC, state government and BMC, those who are doing, you are actually experiencing, witnessing those changes in Mumbai. And I assure you, that within next 2 years, when all the infrastructure projects will be completed, including the next leg of coastal highway, all the STPs, new airport, whole network of concretization of roads, all 400 kilometers of metro, I think Mumbai will be a completely transformed new age city. Now, this is, we are talking about, in the computer language, what we are talking about is hardware. What government is providing infrastructure in the form of hardware. However, for any city or any livability, or for that matter, to create any kind of a ecosystem, hardware is essential but not sufficient condition. What we need to run the program is equally powerful software. And the software is provided by our heritage, culture, art, and food. And I think the way you are keeping up with this transformation of Mumbai, and as reminded about Vada Pav, reminding Vada Pav at 6 o'clock is not a very good idea. It's a snacking time. So this kind of soft power of Mumbai, soft power of Maharashtra, and for that matter, soft power of India, I think we as a state government and as a BMC need to facilitate the entire process. Last few years, there are a lot of efforts taken in ease of doing business, in processing and simplifying the licensing systems, providing different kind of interactions, forums, and I think AHAR is complementing well with these efforts. And as the new generation, Gen Z, and the next generation after that, now the age has gone where the generation used to change every 20 years. Now every after 5 years generation is changing. And the new generation has looking out for not only food for thought, but the food with experience. They want to experience something. They want to experiment and experience. So whole new dimension is coming into the food industry. 70 billion is the total food industry of India. However, I think with our Prime Minister vision of making it as a 5 trillion economy, the potential of food industry to contribute into the state GDP, into the government of India GDP is huge. And I'm sure that the journey will begin from Mumbai. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. That was a beautiful reply. Now the next question is to the Joint Commissioner, Ingawale sir. As FDA Joint Commissioner, is there a transformation with regards to hygiene in hotel and restaurant industry, as per your observation?
First of all, thank you very much for inviting me. Yes, there has been a significant transformation in hygiene practices in the hotel industry, driven by changing customer expectations and regulatory requirements. These transformations have been particularly accelerated by the COVID-19 pandemic, which highlighted the focus on cleanliness and hygiene. Specifically, transformation areas include enhanced cleaning protocols, where we can see increased frequency of cleaning with advanced cleaning agents. Many hotels have partnered with global health organizations or adopted certification programs like hygiene rating, Eat Right Campus, audit, to reassure the customers about their hygiene standards. Staffs are being regularly trained in updated hygiene protocols and infection prevention measures. These transformations are not just reactive, but are becoming long-term trends in the industry, ensuring both customer safety and operational efficiency while adapting to evolving customer expectations.
Thank you very much, sir. This is a compliment to you. He said that we have improved our standard. The next question is to our president, Sukesh Shetty. How can AHAR play a role in making Mumbai a year-round tourist destination?
Mumbai being the financial capital of India today, it is already a financial capital, even though not a national capital. And it's a place of migrants. Bombay is a place where immigration has happened from all over the country. And there is different cuisines already there. We just have to enhance these skill sets and formalize the whole way in which we are selling a product. We have good products and services. Somehow we are not able to brand them in a way in which we can present it to our customer and to the world, actually, to India. There is different types of tourism. There is local tourism. There is religious tourism. I think food tourism is something we should, as Sir said, we are doing a lot of work in terms of infrastructure development. So it's going to become much easier to move from one place to another. Bombay will be so internal people also movement will be there. So I think we just have to get the right things in place, and that thing's already there. We are more structured. AHAR is more structured. We are in every nook and corner of the country, of the city, and we are a well-structured organization, well communicated. So we are in a process in which we can do whatever we need to do as an organization. I'm very clear that we will be able to do that as an organization.
Thank you. Because that's very true. The international tourists to the city of Mumbai is only 2 million, while Paris per year, they have 75 million tourists per year. So, but in India, Mumbai gets a lot of domestic tourists. The concept of the government is to see that we have to bring in more international tourists. Sir, to do this, our Chief Minister supports the vision of the Prime Minister. And if we want to increase this tourist traffic to the city of Mumbai, we have to promote the ease of doing business. You as a municipal commissioner, how can you help our industry in the case of ease of doing business?
Yeah, the first and foremost is the continuous dialogue with the stakeholders. How to facilitate, how to make the life comfortable. Many times, the government rules, regulations, or for that matter, BMC licensing policy, it is being emerging out of regulating something. Now, in the government, the mindset is slowly changing. Any change in the government is a slow process. All of you are aware of that thing. But once it keeps changing, it is a definite thing. So, first of all, as I said, we need to have a continuous dialogue with the stakeholders in that particular field. Like, for example, if it is a food industry, we need to have a dialogue. And we mean not only BMC, but it's a FDA, police, other organization, tourism. All of us should have a continuous dialogue. And it is not possible to have dialogue with each and every individual. So, if it is represented by well-meaning association like AHAR, those who understand the issues, I think this dialogue help us in understanding what are the actual problems and whether we are over-regulating something and whether we can facilitate that thing. So, last few years, you might have experienced ease of doing business benefits, that online permissions have become, all the permissions have become online. The permit room permission is no more required. The fire permissions, safeties, though there are very important things, but still they are more friendly now. So all these things, I think continuous dialogue, well association, which is mediating between government and its members, will help us in a long term. We as a government or in BMC, we should be very open-minded. As long as we understand the issues and try to solve honestly and with good intention, I think most of the problems can be addressed. So I think this is a good way of tackling the issues and addressing the concerns of the society, and this will help us in improving our image of the city.
That's what we appreciate about you. You have a long vision of tackling the problem. I must compliment you for that excellent reply what you have given. The next question is to the Joint Commissioner. Are you satisfied with the support of AHAR with regard to FOSTAC training? What other support you think you require from AHAR?
AHAR plays a significant role in supporting the food industry like restaurant, hotels, for facilitation of FOSTAC training. AHAR ensures the compliance with the FSSAI regulations, which helps small and medium-sized restaurant owners understand the importance of food safety. To further enhance its support, AHAR could focus on the areas like online training and resources, especially for the small restaurant owners who may face the time constraints. Can give follow-up support by offering post-training guidance, regular workshops and refresher courses to help the restaurant owners and staff stay updated on changing food safety standards. While our supports for FOSTAC training is commendable, additional efforts in digital accessibility, financial aid, tailored content, and continuous follow-ups could significantly enhance its impact. These measures would not only benefit small and medium restaurants, but also strengthen food safety compliance across the industry also.
Thank you very much, sir. For your information, AHAR has so far done 100 such FOSTAC training, training about 4,000 of our representatives. And this entire money has been spent by the respective members. And now, just now, while I was talking with you, you said the government is now going to hold this FOSTAC training free of cost for all the people?
Sir, food safety, FOSTAC is a food safety and training and certification program, sir. And the government has given grant to FDA near about 2 crores for training 30,000 food handlers. And we are including it in 100 days program also of Honorable CM, sir. And within 3 months, we are giving 30,000 food handler training of FOSTAC. And in this, AHAR will play important role.
That's a very important news for all the members. In future, the FOSTAC training will be done by the government of Maharashtra, and for which a budget has been provided. You need not have to spend any further money. The government will take care, and AHAR will fully support that venture. The next question is to our president. How AHAR can bring about a transformation to bring the traditional food to the international standard?
India has a very, very vibrant food culture. Every 100 kilometers, there's a new food range that is available. The cuisine changes every 100 kilometers. What is available here may not be available traditionally there. Every state has a cuisine based on what is grown there. So South will be based on rice, and wheat is based on North, more North is there. So all traditional cuisines were developed on the basis of what was grown there. It is gone from tradition, from generation to generation. So it is multi-generational. So there was not a structured way in which this has been come about. One of the things that we have done is we have tied up with multiple colleges. You know, one of them is RPH that we tied up with. And to formalize, even in colleges, traditional food has never been a subject matter. It is always the French cooking or the UK cooking, or maybe the Awadh little bit is now involved. So we are getting a program working with the RPH to get this formalized into standard, coming under standard, and which can be formalized through knowledge and development. That is, I think, that is the way going forward, and we are already doing work on that, sir.
What the President just mentioned is, we have started a new program in association with the Ramanath Payade Hospitality Service. You know, it's a catering college done by our community. So we send our managers, our staff there for training and tell them the basic things of how a preparation is being done, what is the care to be taken up. That's what the President mentioned just now, that we are slowly training our people, our managers, our staff, our owners, the creative part of this thing, so that such kind of traditional food gets prominence. Sir, आज के हमारे जो म्यूनसिपल कमिश्नर साहब है वो ट्रिपल ग्रेजुएट है, मास्टर्स किया है कॉमर्स में, बैचलर इन लॉ और मास्टर्स इन एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन बर्मिंघम यूनिवर्सिटी इंग्लैंड से करके आए हैं। और जब उन्होंने यूपीएससी का एग्ज़ाम दिया वो मराठी में दिया और पूरे भारत देश में नंबर 3 पोजीशन में आए। That's the kind of an intellectual जो आज हमारे पास है। So my request to you, sir, is what do you foresee for our industry, which AHAR can play a very important role?
No, even if I would not have topped UPSC exam, still I would have loved the food. So it is not connected in that manner. आपल्यापैकी बरेचसे आपले मित्र ते बरेच जण म्हणतात की आम्ही जगण्यासाठी खात नाही, खाण्यासाठी जगतो. वी डोंट ईट फूड टू लिव्ह, बट वी लिव्ह टू ईट द फूड. एवढं प्रेम खाण्यावरती करणारे लोक आपल्याकडे भरपूर आहेत. अँड आय विल टेक द पॉइंट विच ऑलरेडी मेन्शन्ड बाय Sukesh about our traditional food. So we have a rich heritage of food and with immense diversity in India, in our state, as well as perhaps in Mumbai also. Interestingly, of late we have started taking public pride in our traditional food. Earlier it was limited to our kitchen and dining. But if you see the most of the so-called important or sought after food have once started as a roadside food or street food. And now from roadside food, they got into the restaurants. From restaurants, they gone into the fine dine. From fine dine, some of them had gone into Michelin star also. Whether it's pizza, sushi, dim sum, khause, all these things, pho, all these traditional foods of that country have somewhere started as a street food. And then slowly the entire community started taking pride in that and promoting that food. May not be by design, but by default. And slowly it become very popular worldwide. So we must take pride in our food first. And we should not hesitate in promoting the nutritional values, the traditional values of our food. And in that promotion, I think, will help us in promoting the entire food industry. And not only promoting, but creating that kind of a banner food for our society, for our city, as well as for our country. So I think this is one way of promoting the food. And the secondly, most importantly, now we need to promote, and I want help from AHAR as well as from each one of you to promote the healthy eating system in our new generation. Easier said than done, despite our all awareness, social media, everything. Still, Mumbai has got more than 40% people who are overweight. We have a diabetic issue. 18% people are diabetic. I'm not going into the details of all lifestyle diseases. But when we say that we need to promote this industry, at the same time, we need to inculcate healthy eating habits and promote these habits amongst our new generation. How to do that? I think we are open to dialogue. We can begin with our municipal schools. We can begin with all public schools in Mumbai by labeling the food nutrition-wise, which is a new system, whether it will really make a difference. I don't know, because you are dealing with the people on day-to-day basis. But somewhere we must begin the process of inculcating the habits of healthy eating amongst the new generation. Thank you.
That was a brilliant answer, sir. But we need your help also. The public health department should also encourage by having various posters that eat healthy food, that's good. You know, so together we can work out a good combination. The next question है हमारे Joint Commissioner sir. सर हमारे इतने लोगों ने फास्टैग ट्रेनिंग किया, पहले आपने बताया कि एक दफ़े आपको सर्टिफिकेट मिला तो इट इज़ परपेचुअल, उसके बाद आपने कहा 5 साल, अभी लेटेस्ट जो आया है 2 साल। हमारे आपसे विनंती है कि आप FSSI को लिखिए कि मिनिमम एक सर्टिफिकेट 5 साल के लिए रहना चाहिए, क्योंकि जो व्यक्ति ये ट्रेनिंग लेता है ये मैच्योर्ड आदमी है, ये काफ़ी समझदार आदमी है, जो मैनेजर है, ओनर्स है, और ऐसा कोई चीज़ 2 साल में चेंजेस नहीं आता है। और अगर कोई माइनर चेंजेस आता हो तो आप इवन बाय सर्कुलर हमको समझा सकते हैं, एंड वी कैन पास ऑन दिस मैसेज। सो आवर रिक्वेस्ट टू यू इज that this, once the certificate is given, this should be valid for 5 years. What is your say on this matter, sir?
Validity of FOSTAC certificate is currently limited to 2 years because of the food safety regulation practices and standards evolve regularly to address emerging risks, new technologies, and changing global food safety trends. Limiting the validity period ensures that the food handlers and supervisors stay updated with the latest guideline and industry practices. Also in the food industry, staff turnover and changes in roles are common. Requiring recertification every 2 years ensures that the current personnel actively involved in food handling are adequately trained. Globally, most food safety training certifications require periodic renewal, that is every 2-3 years. Although participants are educated, food safety is critical area where the frequent updates and practices are necessary. Extending the validity to 5 years may create gaps in the knowledge and practice, which can lead to non-compliance and risks to public health. Hence, we have talked already with the FSSI regarding this, but the very positive view of FSSI and FDA also, and the government is so motto taking initiative in FOSTAC training, funding this scheme also. So don't worry about 2 years certification program. It is essential.
आज के दिन एसेंशियल है, लेकिन हमारे काफ़ी दिक्कत है, बट आई एम ग्रेटफुल टू आवर कमिश्नर सर, क्योंकि आपके जो चीफ कमिश्नर है दिल्ली में वो उनके दोस्त है, और उन्होंने कहा दोनों को यहाँ पर मुंबई में बुलाएंगे और हमारा फिर से उनके साथ इंटरेक्शन होगा और वहाँ पर हम फिर से विनंती करेंगे, एंड वी वांट योर सपोर्ट आल्सो टू सी दैट दिस इज इम्प्लीमेंटेड फॉर 5 years. Next question is to my president Sukesh Shetty. Your vision 2030, जो हमारे अभी 50 साल होने वाला है एसोसिएशन, तो उसका विजन है 2030. हमारे एसोसिएशन जब कंप्लीट होगा, क्या आप विजन देख रहे हैं? How, where should our association, what is the kind of activities we should do?
One of the things that we wanted to impact, in fact, a think tank, advisors, office bearers, we sat together, is how to get positivity into the whole structure that our members are into. We always look at the problems that the industry faces. We complain about things which is not working. And day in and day out, we talk about problems and more problems. So to get out of this negativity, there has to be something which you look forward to. So that is how 2030 was created. And when this 2030 was created, you bring in a new life, a new zeal in the whole things, and you look forward to things that is going to come. So when you go with positivity, transformation happens for the whole industry. Now the objective of AHAR is uplift the whole community. What I mean is community, which is restaurants and hotels. So coming to that, we also said that 2029 we'll complete 50 years around 50 years, let us look for bigger box. Let's create a bigger circle, bigger box, and something which we look forward to. As Sir said, generation next. There's multi-generational businesses most of our members are doing. Also preparing for the next generation. So instead of going into negativity, let's together create something which we are proud of. That is how 2030 was all created.
Thank you, President. Because, sir, to achieve this, we need a good support of the government. Sir, for your information, way back in 1990s, 95, when B.G. Deshmukh, sir, was the Chief Secretary of Maharashtra State, he had formed a I-Power Advisory Committee consisting of the Municipal Commissioner, the Police Commissioner, Urban Development Secretary, the Home Secretary, Finance Secretary, and representative from the tourism industry. And every quarter, he used to chair that meeting, and we used to have an interaction, and immediate decision was being taken. Just now, you just mentioned. So my request to you is, at the BMC level, can you appoint an I-Power Advisory Committee consisting of top officers and our representatives, so that every quarter, if you meet, most of the problems what we are facing, that can be sorted out. Your opinion, sir?
No, it's a good suggestion, and we can definitely think of having a consultative committee. My only suggestion is that the periodical meetings should be supported by some good food by AHAR somewhere. So the meetings will become more meaningful. But on a serious note, yes, we can definitely consider this thing to have, as I said, a continuous, uninterrupted dialogue. Thank you.
Thank you. That's a very, very good thing. Let's give a very big round of applause. Because agar ye hote rahega, there will be no problem at all. Because we will understand why they have taken a particular decision. They will understand our problem, and it can be resolved very nicely. The next question is to the Joint Commissioner, sir. आज आप जो FSSI लाइसेंस देते हैं, बाकी लोगों को लिविंग रेस्टोरेंट आप तत्काल स्कीम में इमीडिएटली देते हैं, लेकिन रेस्टोरेंट को तत्काल स्कीम में कवर नहीं किया है. Can you include restaurant also in Tatkal scheme by giving a gap of 60 days? If the members do not fulfill your condition, after 60 days you withdraw it. Otherwise, let the license continue.
Under ease of doing business, government has introduced the Tatkal license scheme for specific categories like wholesaler, distributor, retailers, transporters, importer, and food vending agencies, snacks and tea shops and hawkers. FSSI does not include the restaurant industry under its Tatkal scheme for expedite licensing due to specific reasons rooted in the regulatory framework and the nature of the food business. Restaurants handles the perishable goods, prepared foods on site, and serve the large volume of customers. This requires thorough checks on infrastructure, hygiene, and food safety practices, which not feasible under Tatkal process. Licensing for restaurants requires site inspections and detailed scrutiny of documentation, including building layouts, kitchen design, and waste disposal system. The expedite timeline in the Tatkal scheme might compromise these necessary verifications. So restaurants need to apply under the regular licensing process to ensure compliance with the food safety standards and avoid risk to public health. फिर भी आज एक हम एडवाइजरी मैंने भेजा है इनको, उसमें जस्ट लाइक तत्काल ही अभी लाइसेंस इशू हो जाएगी रेस्टोरेंट्स को भी. वन टाइम वेरिफिकेशन या क्यूरीज कंप्लायंस वन टाइम ही होगा. सेम कंप्लायंस होने के बाद इमीडिएट लाइसेंस इशू होगा. जो रेगुलेटरी रिक्वायरमेंट्स है वो हाई रिस्क बिजनेस में कंप्लायंस करके ही इशू करना इन द इंटरेस्ट ऑफ पब्लिक हेल्थ नेसेसरी है. इसीलिए अभी तक इंक्लूड नहीं किया है. लेकिन जो 60 डेज का टाइम जो है लाइसेंस इशू करने के लिए, वो कैसे मिनिमाइज कर सकते हैं, इसके बारे में डे टू डे एडवाइजरी और कुछ चेंजेस आ रहे. आज ही जो चेंज आया मैंने बताया आपको, उस पर एक्ट हो जाएगा. और कोई भी ऐसा कोई प्रॉब्लम रहेगा लाइसेंस के बारे में तो आप हमारे स्टेट एफडीए को मेल कर सकते हैं, उसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं।
सर, विद ऑल ड्यू रिस्पेक्ट, ये जो भी फ्रेम किया है उन्होंने, दे हैव नॉट अप्लाइड देयर माइंड। आप ऑकर्स को दे रहे हो और रेस्टोरेंट को नहीं दे रहे हो। ऑकर्स भी उसी तरह खाना पकाते हैं जिस तरह से रेस्टोरेंट में बनता है। रेस्टोरेंट डज इट इन अ मोर cleaner, hygienic way. You're not sure how the orcas are done. This is the thing what you must bring it to the higher authorities, and this should not be differentiated. We give you full respect that if the compliance is not done by our members, please do not issue the license. We will support you. But initially when they are applying, why they should waste 60 days? Because they are spending a lot of money in the interior and everything. उनका मीटर चालू होता है, जो लोन लिया है उसका मीटर चालू होता है. So immediately if they can start their business, it becomes easier. We will discuss that. I mean, this is what we'll have to put it. Sir, the last question to our respected municipal commissioner, sir. There was a recent Supreme Court judgment, and in that the individuals need not file separate cases for relief granted to others in similar cases against government. If in one particular case, if the Supreme Court gives the judgment, then all the other members should not go to the court. For example, why I brought this subject is, sir, today the signage board, there are many cases in the High Court which has come in our favor. But that protection is not given to our other members. So each member has to go to the court to get that benefit. Can you look into this matter and give that necessary instruction, sir?
I think the matter of signages is mostly sorted except for the sky signages.
Yeah.
So only issue remain, there's a little bit of gray area about the sky signages. If there is a clear Supreme Court verdict about the sky signage also, then it is not the choice of BMC to implement it or not. It is a mandatory. Any Supreme Court judgment is a mandatory. However, the signages used for captive use or Darshani Bhag, that Supreme Court is very clear. There is a gray area about the sky signage, but as I said, we are open to consider that thing. And I take this opportunity to compliment AHAR for one more thing. As always, wholeheartedly participate in any initiative. And when the all India level, our city, state, but too largely our city, Mumbai, was criticized for low voting turnout in Lok Sabha election. And we were asked to do best possible manner to increase the voters' turnout in assembly elections. So one of the first thought which occurred to my mind, because BMC was given this responsibility, is that we should take the participation of all you people. And it was immediately responded with no uncertain terms. Of course, I was busy in the elections, so I could not take advantage of that thing, of discount, but I think you will take care of that thing in future. And the result, you know, is there is a significant 6 to 7% increase in the voting. So I think it's a social responsibility which AHAR has always respected and implemented. So my compliments to Sukesh and his entire team. Thank you.
Sukesh, you want to respond to this?
Thank you, sir. Let me assure you first, sir, as we are part of the society. So any initiative for the betterment of the society, we are with you. You take a yes before you give a proposal to us. So in that terms, we are clear, and we are brought up with that culture that we are not different. We are businessmen and also part of the society. Sir, another question that about elevated signboards that I would like to bring to your notice, like when G20 happened, we lit up the whole city with the expenses of the government. We, I think, spend about, if I given to understand it right, 1,200 crores for lighting up the city. Here, when we're talking about making a culinary capital, there is so many things. There is hygiene, there is aesthetics, there is also the whole network of roads and transportation. So one part of aesthetics will be eliminated, lighting up the city. Now, to impress the world, you have chosen to light up the city. And where you're getting private investors to invest in your own boards, they are lighting up the place. The basic requirement of him is to display his name board. In the day, he displays the name board, but he lights up in the night for visibility. That again comes under this. This again is a very debatable subject, and because it's going on for a very long time. My earnest request to you is, sir, let us together light up the city, and where we can attract more tourism and make the presence felt. That's all. Thank you so much.
The final question to our Joint Commissioner. Sir, आपने बहुत हमें आज फुर्सत किया, आपने काफ़ी हमको एश्योरेंस दिया. आज हमारे सभी छोटे रेस्टोरेंट के तरफ से एक छोटा सा विनंती. आपके जो कंडीशन है हाइजीन के लिए, जो 41 पॉइंट्स है, वो सभी पॉइंट्स जो छोटा रेस्टोरेंट है बिलो 1000 स्क्वायर फीट, उनको वो पालन करना थोड़ा मुश्किल हो रहा है. We are not against that 41 rules. जो बड़ा रेस्टोरेंट्स है, they must fulfill those conditions. But can you consider those restaurants which are below 1000 square feet, उसके लिए can you relax certain of those guidelines, because then they don't get any harassment, but strict maintenance of hygiene is strictly required. On that there are no compromise. Your views on that?
The FSS Act is a central act, and these guidelines are given by the FSSI. FDA Maharashtra is enforcing this act in our state. If proper representation regarding the guidelines, if any which are not applicable to small restaurants, which will given by may be given by AHAR to FSSI and state FDA, FSSI may definitely consider this relaxation in the checklist guidelines. But as you say, hygiene and safety practices cannot be compromised.
Thank you very much. आज दोनों हमारे स्पीकर्स आज हमारे 45th AGM के लिए चांद लगाए हैं. Let us give a standing ovation to these two brilliant guests of ours, Municipal Commissioner Dr. Bhushan Gagrani and Joint Commissioner of FDA, Ullas Ingavale. Thank you very much. It was a wonderful session, sir. We are really impressed for your brilliant answers. Thank you.
I would like to thank Honorable Municipal Commissioner for gracing the occasion. Also, I would like to thank FDA Joint Commissioner of Maharashtra for gracing the occasion. And I would like to thank our members for attending this session and making it a grand success. Thank you.